Three, two, one.
Last year, we built an amazing iPhone photo application to shooting levitation photos. It's so new and so amazing that nobody knows what it is. So we decided to send 100 invitation code to more than 50 bloggers, photographers, and hope them to use it. So unfortunately, nobody responds. It's a levitation photo. How many of you know what levitation photo is? Raise your hand. Wow, it's still so amazing that nobody knows what it is. Here is a photo for levitation photos. Hold on. This is it. So this used to be that best kept secret for professional photographers. However, with our apps, anybody can create amazing levitation photos just directly from the iPhone. Even the kids can do that. Our only problem is nobody knows our story. Nobody knows we can do that. So we take our daughters to Marymore Park. We shoot a bunch of levitation photos, and then we write these photos into beautiful visual stories, and we share those stories across the internet as much as we could. And hopefully, somebody can discover that we have these amazing apps. Wake up in the morning, check the store status, nothing happened. I go for running. Suddenly, my co-founder calling me, say, "Hey, Robert, Levitagram is actually number 90 in the App Store." I stopped and checked App Store. Nothing there. I guess my co-founder is just having his daydream. But it ended up, actually, my co-founder is not having the daydream because when I check, it's no longer 90 in the App Store, it's number 9 in the App Store. That day, we watched our apps go to the top to the App Store, and actually, eventually, Levitagram become number 1 in 25 countries and reached the top 10 in more than 80 countries. Thank you. Levitagram stayed in the US App Store for more than 1 year, and what we did right, we think what we did right is actually storytelling. And then we decided we need to turn this storytelling into something that everybody can use, like you can take the levitation photos. So that's Pixotale. So with Pixotale, anybody can quickly turn photos and videos and text and location into beautiful visual stories, all from the mobile phone. Once you have the story can be shared in social networks. And it works on all different screen size, all different devices. Actually, our philosophy is let you only focus on the story itself and let our technology and algorithm to figure out the device and the screen size for you. All keep on the storytelling itself. It's always very interesting to look at how our users are using our apps to solve their real problem. Like Scott Frather, he's a book writer. He used Pixotale to telling stories to engage his readers. He said he can only publish 1 or 2 books a year, but he now can share the stories every day with his potential readers. And Brian from Canada, he's run a decoration firms. He used Pixotale to write this client report on the progress of the home decoration. It works pretty well, and the more amazing, all of those client reports eventually turn into the best marketing material for him to attract new customers. Stephanie is a lady in Europe. She's running a cafe, and she used Pixotale to write a bunch of recipes for her amazing food. So she told me nothing works better than just snapping a few pictures and then you quickly turn them into a recipe for the food blog. What we really feel touching is something that we found. We found a small group of users in our Pixotale. Unfortunately, I can't feature them for a reason. They're so engaging. They're telling a lot of very nice stories about their life, about their family, and they're a small group of people. They're so dedicated to each other. So I try to reach to one of them and ask, and I get a shocking answer. So they belong to a cancer supporting group. So they don't know how long they can still live, but they decided to live strong. They decided to share their life stories with their friends, with their family. One of the lady told me, "I don't think I can share those stories in Facebook or Twitter, I think it's so important for her to collecting all those stories to let her daughter to remember her in the future. She just wants to create this life moment to be able to connecting her daughter in the future. So nothing rewards better than your customer tell you this is something that's so important for their life. So that's exactly what we feel. Storytelling is a foundation of the human communication. And we are building something to make the human and the people connecting to each other better. So that's Pixotale, connecting people through visual storytelling. Thanks, that's my story.
Two questions.
What's the business model? That's interesting. Yeah, so since, as you can see, a lot of people, they use the storytelling not just for sharing the stories about their life, but they use that to help the business. Like they mentioned, like Brian and Scott, they really need the information, not only for sharing the story, they also need the information how to improve the engagement. So ideally, we're going to provide them premium features for them to write a better story to engage their customers. So that's potential some business model. Okay, the question is how to share the stories. So Pixotale is more content creation tool than a sharing tool. And actually, we don't want to recreate a social network. So when people they create a story in Pixotale, they're going to get a link, and then they can share the story as a whole to the social network. So basically, they can create a story from mobile phone, but the story is visible anywhere. You can share on Twitter, Facebook. It's going to turn into a cover page and long-form stories.
One more question, and from that group on the bottom left, if you want to give Hometown a little love.
Yeah. I really wish. I wish someday. But right now, we're still a very tiny startup. We're going to stay focused here. One of the big issues, as a storytelling app, is there's some political risk in China to run right now. Sorry for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pixotale.
Thank you.